Hello, and welcome to another stream. The last one with me in this form. I'm gonna be scared if I hit. Like, surprise! It's the last one forever. No. I'm falling into the Feywild! Ah! Nope. I'll be showing my new model next. Yeah, you can see my full model. Here's my feetsies. This is my old model. But I have a new one with armor. I upgraded. I've been wandering the wilds long enough to find some armor. So you'll see it in the updated model. And I'm really excited. I have a few more tweaks to make to it tonight and tomorrow. But it works. So that's the most important part. Like, I'm sure I can, like, as I go along, there'll be small little, like, upgrades here and there. I'm really loud, aren't I? But I figure, at least for now, it's gonna be nice to just have it functional. Honestly, like, I don't want to mess with it too much. I'm gonna consistently triple check it before I ever push a update through, because I don't want to crash the model and then be back to square one, or not square one, but, well, wherever I was a few weeks ago before Lyra helped me out and got me out of a real bind there with my giant file that was 4 gigabytes. Very grateful for that. So I'm going to be adding a lot of new features to the, well, mainly obviously to the Twitch one, but I'm going to also, excuse me, also do the emote. I'll add some emotes to this channel for, and some other. I'm gonna try and find some other things like I'm gonna look into what people do as artists to make YouTube channels worth. Hello. It has been, yeah. I'm just announcing I'm gonna have my first. I'm debuting my for a live 2D model on Friday. So and I rigged it myself. So I'm pretty excited. It's going to look like this guy a little, but I mean, it's obviously a live 2D model, so it's going to be much more movable. Like, my mouth will fully open and close. I gave it a lot of expressions. I'm going to give it some more, but like the mouth itself can. I see a lot of people with live 2D models, and they do the whole, like, they just open, but they're always smiling. Mine doesn't. Mine actually, he'll frown, he'll smile, he'll get like a wide mouth when I'm surprised. I did a lot for the mouth. Like, the mouth took me at least like 4 months. So I put a lot of work into that mouth because I think it's a pretty important part of my character. So even more than that, the dragon arm, I'd say, is the mouth. Oh, no worries. Oh, cool. That's exciting. I hope it's going well. Yeah, I've been so busy with that, and I was just working on I'm starting Art Fight Up pretty soon. I was doing a here. I'll show you some of the stuff I've been. Here's some of one of my. I'm putting June from my comic. Here's some character sheet I've been working on for her. Oops, I'll get out of the way. Shrinking down, shrinking. Whoops. Hold on. I was just making myself big because it's the last time you'll see me in this form, so I wanted to make sure I was front and center for the beginning. But yeah, I've been working on my character models for my. She's from my comic, and I made a little more progress since probably you last saw. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been the focus lately. It's been I was spending a lot of this year on the just channel stuff. Oh, that's awesome! I had so many. I had a couple really good art teachers, obviously, because I never like not all of us can make it a career or like it, but I was very happy that I never lost the love for it. So I mean, I'm still trying to like move back into it, but I'll always love art, and yeah, it's because of art teachers who just never gave up and like always wanted to like keep my love of it, and yeah. So I'm glad to hear you're doing that too. It can be tough. I have friends who did it in college, and they said that like the programs they were forced to like do. Oh, here's another character from my art fight. It's oops, sorry, my dumb. There we go. Yeah, he's I was doing a character sheet for where is he? This guy. I wanted to do like a yeah. Here's the oh oh cool. That's great. That's my little spirit guy for my. I'm trying to make my remake my little like wisp guy. So I'm from because he's not in my live 2D model yet, but he will be. Yeah, here's Richard. That's an older one, but I love that drawing. It came out so good. And he's gonna be in my art fight. And, oh, here's what I've been working on. It's I'm doing there's this challenge called Toontastic this month, where like you take cartoons and then you redraw them and you I'm putting my live 2D that word's in my head right now. I'm putting all my original characters into these drawings. So like I did one for Arcane with where they're I have a werewolf guy and he's fighting oh gosh, I already forgot his name. But this beast guy from Arcane that was pretty awesome. So he's like making copies of himself and they're duking it out. And then I had my other guy in a situation where he's about to pick a fight with a little imp, but doesn't. But then this big dude pops up out of the ground because this is based off of Fantasia. It's called "Night at Bald Mountain" is the name of the song that plays while this is going on, and it's a really cool song. And I've had friends who say they always listen to it around Halloween. Right? Oh, totally. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, there's that one. There's that one. Oh, that's. Let me see. I'm gonna get the other ones too. Because then there's oh, I started to do this one. I don't think I might clean it up a little bit, but I redrew Richard in like a rough version of like a Samurai Jack kind of art style, and I just have like a giant robot exploding. There's like one of those beetle robots exploding behind him, but all you see is like these a little bit of the silhouette of the face, like the sparks are coming out the eyes, and he's just standing in there like an action hero. I just like the color, honestly. I still need to clean it up, but I think it conveys a lot of the what Samurai Jack does. I kind of changed him so he looks a little bit more like the Scotsman. And then I did Gravity Falls. I did one of my characters. She's at and I have the Spider Girl character, and I was like, oh, it'd be so much fun to base her off that one character from Gravity Falls. Yeah, yeah. I was doing that too, yeah. Because I love Gravity Falls. That was such a good show. Alex Hirsch is such a great artist. And then for Last Airbender, I did my VTuber without his wings because they took up too much space. But he's doing the dragon dance because I'm like the biggest fan of Last Airbender. Like I love that show. So it's cool that they made that an art prompt because like I really like that. I think that show is one of my favorite. Like that and Full Metal Alchemist are two shows where I think the character like arcs are just so well written. So yeah, I'm glad it started with this one because it's just one of those shows where I just like everyone. And I guess it's happening right now with a couple of the shows that I'm watching now. Like some more anime lately had a lot of really fun characters. Like Witch Hat Atelier and Free has great characters. So it's good to see that again. I'll turn on some music for us. I just wanted to make sure that. Yeah, I didn't want to be overpowered by the music. But yeah, I'm really excited for everything that. Like getting a new getting a new model, and just everything going forward it's looking good. I know I'm not a huge channel yet, but I mean I'm happy with everyone that's been here. Like I'd rather have a slow growing channel that where everyone who visits are welcome guests. Yeah, that would. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Could draw Dante Bosco in the reverse pose going the other direction. Like a cartoon version of him. That'd be funny. I'm a big fan of him as a voice actor. Because I mean, especially when I found out that he also, because it took. Aw, cool. That's good to hear. Yeah, I really have this. I have a very like. It starts off rough, but I love to like render it and make it clean afterwards. So I start out gestural and then I shape it from that. Because I always feel like that's the best way to get like your emotions into your art is to keep a little bit of the gesture. Like with these guys, where I keep some of the loose lines in them, but oh, and here's my my art fight card. I'm Team Mystery. Because one of my friends who has been helping me with my model, she's Team Tragedy, which I might have been, but I was like, they're just names, honestly, so I don't matter. I don't mind either way. Like so, yeah. Here's my main lineup, which are mainly characters from last year. I know, but I'm like, you know what? They're good characters, so. And I drew a lot of updated versions of them, so I'm excited to show them off again. But yeah, no, I'm excited to show my model and everything, and got these guys and. These all close so I don't eat up all my RAM. Do do do. And there's my guy. Hello. Oh, I was working on like a farewell, like a closing screen, like thanks for visiting kind of thing. And it's him like kind of doing that like thing where he's a little bit. Should be able to see more of him, but he's like since he's in the Feywild, he kind of just like peeks around the corner, and all you see is half of him. So I was gonna do something like that for him. So let's get that. Oh, that's funny. Camp was funny. I like that. I love how he's like playing. What was his name in the show? I forget, but he's just like this like very brooding character who's like from the other camp, the Boy Scouts camp, and he's just like, oh, I gotta. But I liked his character, and if you ever watched the live action movie Hook, he plays Rufio. So you get to see one of his first his first acting gigs if you do that. Which is, I thought Hook was a good movie. It's like a fun, like Robin Williams, and yeah, I thought it was fun. And Tim Curry's in it too, so. And he's playing like a really good Hook, I think. Like he was having so much fun. Bring me Peter Pan. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I love that. It's one of my. I don't know if it's my top, but it's definitely up there on my list of especially Robin Williams movies. Like he has a lot of good ones though, but that one was really good. It's hard to top. I mean, Aladdin with him is like he brought so much to that. But yeah. Plus, I listened to all the. I don't know if you ever listened to the. What is it? The director's. What is it called? The director's commentary. Yeah, like for Last Airbender. But it's so cool. Like hearing all those guys just like talk about like the creative process and how and then there's a podcast even now where Dante and Janet Varney have a podcast where they basically just talk about their shows, and they've already been through all of Last Airbender, and they're going into Korra now, so it's been pretty cool. I did not. I value I've heard that even the creator of sorry, I'm kind of loud, aren't I? There. Nope, hold on. There. Okay. The creator of the show even said he kind of felt that M. Night's version. I mean, he's a fan. You can tell he's a fan, but he kind of, as usual, kind of pushes his own like ideals on things. So even when he's copying someone, he thinks he knows more, and you can tell in the movie because of like he calls characters like he mispronounces so many of the characters' names like Soka and Ong, and I'm like, and then he tries to like validate it by being like, oh, but in Chinese that's how you would say them, and I'm like, cool, but it's written by an American. So that doesn't really work, does it? And everyone says Aang, so yeah, it was a shame. I like how someone did a special effect, like a After Effects thing where they have the characters in that one episode, the what was it called? The one where they go to the play, and Sokka's just holding up the poster for the Last Airbender movie, and then it shows them walking away from it, being like, "Ugh, it wasn't very good." And Sokka's like, "Good practical effects, though." And it's like, yeah, that was true for the movie, wasn't it? It did have pretty good practical effects, but that's all it really had, unfortunately, because it was like it had. New. I know there's the TV show. I mean the streaming show on there's this on what is it on Netflix. Yeah, there's there's the one on Netflix, and I think some of the actors are well cast. I think the story is just such a departure from. I don't know why everyone has a problem just telling the story. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for, like, creative license and, like, changing things between mediums, like, sometimes. I mean, I think that, like, One Piece is doing a better job with their version of their live action thing than Last Airbender is. Because at least they're being like, this is a good story. It doesn't need to be fixed or updated. I mean, heck, it's getting another. They're about to release a re-release of One Piece, just because it's so far along and they want to get new viewers. So, but with Airbender, it's weird because like it's getting a. There's that movie that's coming out. Oh, you meant the new movie with. Yeah, they did. But you're talking about the one that was leaked. That I'm still a little disappointed about that. But I didn't watch it. But it's okay if you did. I mean, I just didn't watch it because like I just wanted to wait. The one called what was it Last Airbender, and then it's like Story of Aang or something like that. I think is what it's called, right? Yeah, it's something like that. But it looks really good. I'm a little disappointed that they couldn't bring back the voice actors, because I'm sure they would have done it. I know that they all support it. So I mean, I'll go watch it just because they're for it. I think some of them I wish they would have been cast for it though. So many of them came out and were annoyed when they found out it was pirated, and I agree. But yeah. Yeah, it was a shame that they did that. I don't know why they couldn't control the leak better, because it was, yeah. But anyway, the point is, I'm glad that people like you and me are actually pretty common, and there was a lot of people that the minute they heard it was a leak, they instantly stopped and were like, we're all huge fans. We've waited this long, we can wait till October, you know? It's like, I'm perfectly fine waiting until October. So, yeah. Because, like, it is a shame that they changed the voice actors, but, like I just said, even the main cast are seem to be okay with it. They're still endorsing the show, so, I mean, the movie, so I'll give it a shot. And it's like, they are grown up, so I guess it would change an octave or two, but I still think they should have tried. But yeah, I'll still give it a shot. But me too. Yeah, I hope that when it comes October when October comes around, I'm hoping they realize that people will still want to see it in theaters because it's such a big moment. And I hope that, I mean, I've already heard that it kind of damaged their confidence in I forget what it was. There was some other thing they were gonna do. It hasn't damaged Paramount's confidence in the property enough for them to stop that upcoming series that's coming after the movie. So, and I'm happy about that because that looks pretty cool. The post-apocalyptic version of Last Airbender, not Airbender, of the Last Airbender universe, where like I love how like the first thing they say in the synopsis for talking about this is like, oh yeah, Korra messed up, and I'm like, guys, why do we have to start everything off like that? It's like that poor woman. Every other thing about her is like, oh yeah, in this season, Korra messes up this way, and then Korra messes up this way. It's like, boy. He could have, and he, um, although I don't think they did have a new voice actor for him in Korra, so I wasn't, but they did bring back him as a voice actor for his nephew, which I thought was pretty cool, or his son, right? No, it's his son. Yes, yeah, right, yeah. Poor Korra. she's I fe- I always felt bad for her character because she's like her whole arc is based around a character that most heroes fight the call, but from like the age of 5, she wanted to be the hero. But by the time she got her training done, the world didn't want that hero. And that's not fair. It's like she was so enthusiastic and so bright-eyed, and then she gets to the real world and they're like, oh, we play sports now and we don't really care about that anymore, and the world is much more modern now. And it's like, yeah, but you guys need an avatar. I don't think things aren't perfect yet. So yeah, it was kind of a shame that they're all like, oh, we still have an avatar? Okay, whatever. And it's like, guys, you are in the middle of a turf war with each other, and like non-benders are being oppressed by benders, and this sounds like something the avatar is needed for. You have this cult leader who's like tricking people into joining him. This does not sound like things that like where you can just shrug away the avatar's help. I did love that they used Stephen Bloom for the voice of of um of that guy. Yeah, gosh, I'm blanking on his name right now. I don't know why, but that was scary. He had that really cool, like deep gravelly voice. I'm playing around with the horns. I'm gonna give him a little curve here. And the story. Another thing I really liked in Korra was the wand story, the first Avatar. That was really a cool art design, and it solved one of Mike DiMartino's least favorite parts about Last Airbender, which was the lion turtle, because he said he did not like the way he wasn't a big fan of how they looked, because they had this like I mean you could tell they basically made the whole thing like a moving Photoshop file. Like it is just layers of paint of it's like a painting that moves, kind of, is essentially what the lion turtle was in Last Airbender, and they changed it so it kind of like could articulate more, but I mean they changed it to like a 3D model. But I thought it looked good. So I mean I was cool with it. And they went further into explaining how they give their powers to people and all that, and that was cool. So I like that a lot. Let me clean these up. They're supposed to be like um, yeah, like thorn, briar thorn patch, kind of like horns, kind of. Where they got these little thorns on them going down them. I think the biggest thing that Korra suffered from was that like Nickelodeon wasn't sure if people would like it, so they only gave them one season, and that was a mistake that I bet they regret, because like it was really popular and everyone asked for more, and once again Nickelodeon's like, okay, but you only get one more season, and then they realized after the second season they should get a lot more. Oops, I'm in the way. My head. Yeah, I think that I think it's like an underrated series that a lot of people don't like Korra because she's got more. She's like very headstrong. But I mean, she was told from a young age that she was the Avatar. She's gonna be headstrong. She's gonna have that confidence and that like drive in her. If any criticism I would have of the whole show, it's that yes, I do. Yeah, the comics, I love it. The comics are pretty cool. I still need to get the Kyoshi comic because I really want to check that out. Because as far as the writing goes for Korra, I think the only thing I think might have been improved upon is if they kind of changed how she treated her teacher. Because oh, what's his name? Oh my gosh, the Airbender teacher. Like, because that felt like it dragged on too much into the second season. Like, she should have been trusting him a lot more by the second season. But I mean, especially after everything he like risks for her in the first season. But the comics are so cool. I read The Search, and that is such a cool comic. I love the spirits in that one. They're so cool. Or the main spirit that you find out about. I won't spoil what it is if you haven't read it, but it's really cool. Plus, you get to see yes, Aang's son. Yeah, Tenzin. Yes, that's what it is. Tenzin. Voiced by J.K. Simmons. I want pictures of Spider-Man. Yeah, he was a good choice, I think. He really, like, he can really, like, push that voice, like, his voice to, like, be really serious and calm at one moment, and then just, like, totally, he can be comedic, too, so I thought he was a great, like, a great, like, counter to Janet Varney's voice for Korra. I thought she was funny, too. I liked her voice for Korra. And I think some maybe people were also just not ready for the fact that since Korra's a mid-teenager like age, or maybe she's like, I think she's like 16 or something like that, or 15 or 16, she's dealing with much more adult issues. Like, she's dealing with these political adversaries who have ideals that actually make sense and are hard to ignore because they are problems. Except they're really handling it in a poor way. They're being very violent when a much more like subtle approach would probably be better in many cases. Although Unalaq is just a jerk. Her uncle is the worst. I hate her uncle. You know, I agree. You're 100% right. Because and that's what I'm trying to avoid with my comic, is I really want to keep, and I even like purposely make my character June, she's tall and kind of like skinny, and her strength is not about like physical strength. Her father has that covered. He has strength covered in spades, but she is like his anchor to the world. Because without him, without her there to help keep him focused and like not like get like too stressed out, he might lose himself and revert back to himself before, like during the war. So, and then he would, it would, that would slow him down, and he would make bad decisions and get caught. And he's trying to be smart and stealthy, and that's why he needs her there. And there's another reason, but I don't want to spoil the other reason. Yes. Yeah, where she's kind of like, yeah, because Richard has a past that's, I mean, he was part of this elite team of like this black ops team, and he was sent into some really rough situations, and it left some scars on him. And he finally found a new life in this like pocket dimension that like his brother-in-law made for him with the help of a few other refugee, like these essentially like these Fey soldiers that also wanted some quiet because they were done fighting. So like it's just like a small village that they all hide in. And like, yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, no worries. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun. Yeah, we got to do what did we do for my drawing? I think it was really, I forgot what we even did. I think it was just a regular drawing session. Honestly, I don't think it was anything super. But it was nice. I got. Oh, you know what it was? A friend of mine dropped by. That's why it was nice. I have a friend I used to draw with on Instagram, and he dropped by and said hello. So that was the highlight. So, yeah, but thank you for the wishes, though. That appreciate it. What would be smart is if I make the tree have little mushrooms around it, so it's like the tree itself is a what are they called? Like it has a fairy ring around it. And maybe some like on the side, going up the side of it too. But yeah. I think I'm trying to think where because I did get a little bit more done. I'll see if I can find the last page I was working on. Oh yeah, I made this turnaround for my my character, where he's. Oops, I saved that. I didn't mean to save that. Oh well. But yeah, it's like his this is his art fight sheet. Where it's like it's full turnaround. But he's my little guy. Let's see. Oh yeah, I also did I forgot I did these too with He-Man coming out, or coming out. That came out recently. I did these. He-Man, I will blast you. I used to like this cartoon a lot. I mean, Ninja Turtles was a little bit more my thing, but I did like He-Man too. And then I did He-Man, I have the power. Power of Grayskull, and I put like Grayskull, like the entrance like faded behind him. I'm pretty happy with it. I kind of want to give it a little bit of like that is it oh my gosh, I always forget. Andrew Wyeth, I think. Kind of like the Conan paint like covers kind of look to it. Yeah. What was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for the pages. That's right. I was going to show you some of the more recent pages I did. Because I did make some pretty cool... Oh, here's a good one. Yeah, this one needs cleaned up. Hello, Art Ninja! Just go... Talking about what I've been doing, and I don't know if you heard, but I was just saying earlier. I'm going to be debuting my first Live 2D rigged model on Friday, so I hope you can find time to drop by. If you can't, that's fine. But I just thought I'd let you know. But yeah, here's one of the pages from the comic. Where I got like Richard's fighting this like werewolf guy and blowing up all and like destroying all of his shadow illusions. And then like there's this other like mercenary that she's like a pixie and she's got these creepy wings that have eyes on them. But she didn't realize that June was playing possum and blast her with her guitar. To be fair, she got kicked in the face, or almost got kicked in the face, so she wanted a little revenge. But I love the color on that page. That came out really good. Let's see if I can find some of the other stuff. Ooh, here's another good one. Well, this kinda. You know what? I'll show it anyway because it's got some cool stuff in it. Oh, this one. Here's a page before that, or earlier. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, they just got teleported to this random forest, and they're like, "What's going on?" And then this is where the werewolf tried to ambush Richard, and Richard just decks it. Yes, I'm so happy to hear that, because that's exactly what I'm going for. He's basically like Harrison Ford meets like Liam Neeson kind of thing going on, where he's like, "Don't mess with my family." I have a list of skills. Pray you don't find out what they are. But yeah, I love that he pulls a Batman here and just like spins around and clocks him. But this guy's pretty durable, so he takes the hit. And many more. Yeah, I got like, this is still a little rough, but I really like the really loose gestural lines I use for this, so I'm gonna try and keep them in there. But he basically just like summons this is where he summons even more shadows, and he's like so excited. But Richard's getting mad, so he releases like a whole bunch of his weapons at once, because he can conjure any weapon that he's ever made, and he destroys all of his illusions at once. But I love this picture here. This panel here is really cool with all the shadows coming at him. Oops, sorry, my head's in the way. Right here. I like how that came out. I mean, I still need to clean it up a little bit, but and there's still some coloring to do in this whole thing in any way. But I'm really happy with how that came out. So yeah, Richard's so much fun to draw. So is June, honestly. June's just like I've been playing around with some of the pages with her, and yeah, see, like here's one with her where she's having a little anxiety attack in the cat. This is before the ambush. Probably shouldn't be opening the Clip Studio Paint versions, but oh well. But yeah, they're like, she has this magical anxiety attack kind of thing going on, and then this nice person there, like a waitress or like a hostess kind of person at the cafe, helps her out by healing, like taking on some of the energy that's kind of overwhelming her. And then she just basically tells her to, like, she notices her guitar and is like, maybe you should give that a shot. It's like, it's a good way to redirect your energy. And I'm just really proud of, like, the background in this scene where I got to make all these extra characters, and I think they all came out looking pretty good. So. But it still needs to be cleaned up, but I'm liking how it looks. And then, let's see what else we got. Is that a page? Where's that? Oh, this is the page this is the last page I was working on, yeah. Where, where she, has been studying, and, she decides to help her dad get off of, redirect his energy by doing some training. But I just remembered a page I really want to show if I can find it. We'll see. Let me see. I gotta find it. Where'd it go? I don't know. Darn. I thought oh, wait. I know where it is. It's hidden away. But essentially, yeah, it's like they're both on, like, and I still need to tell the other side of the story, which is from the mother's point of view, where she's just been she's not aware yet that there's any problems, and she's whoops, I guess I don't have that page. Oh well. I thought it was in here, but that's okay. But yeah, she's in a different place, and like she's trying to save this animal that has started to mutate because it's from the Feywild. It's a baby dinosaur, a T-Rex, and she found its mother, and the mother was very deformed, was like changed into like part forest spirit. I think I have a drawing of it. Wait, here's some of the old drawings. No, that's what I was. Oh well, I can't find what I was going to show, but I will show one more thing if I can find it. Let me see. I think I can find it. Maybe. Or not. And never mind. I was going to show you the dinosaur, but I don't know where I put it. But the point is, it's like... Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of like... He's strong, but he doesn't pick fights that he knows he can't win, that he knows aren't worth the fight. So it's kind of like that combined with like Jackie Chan, kind of where it's like sometimes you need to run. Sometimes you don't win every fight, but like he tries to always be like, I'm gonna take a swing, and if I know that that's the only, oh, here it is. Sorry, this is the T-Rex that she finds. It's like this, like it's been affected by the Feywild, and it's changed into this creature, and she first she tries to save the mother, and she succeeds in a way, but she realizes that in order to fully save the mother, she has to like find a way to use the one of the offspring that isn't infected to save her. So they need to like find a way to get to research it further. And I thought it was fun, kind of like showing how like people don't always think of like T-Rex as like a creature that has different sizes, but they start out pretty small. I mean, like that was one of my favorite parts of Lost World was seeing the baby T-Rex, and how like recently when they made that movie, they recently found out that they do have family units. They're not very big, but they do have kind of like a family unit. So, yeah. Let's work on it. Let's close these so I don't. I might keep that one open because I do want to do some more work on that one of it later. But let's work more on this. Yeah. Oh, I did. I almost forgot the other thing I did with Richard that I got to show off. It's pretty funny. I'm such a big fan of Studio Ghibli that I did a drawing of Richard based around that. If I can find it. Let's see, where are you? Where are you? Well, if I can't find it, I know what to do. But I swear I know where it is. No. Huh. I thought I would save it here, but I guess I didn't. Desktop? No, it's not. Huh. That's a shame, but... Oh yeah, here's... I do need to update this anyway, so... Because here's another version of my guy that I've been working on that I still want to clean this one up because it would make a pretty cool maybe a screen for the channel. And then I have this one, which I'm gonna probably clean this one up a little bit more and like update it a little bit. I might actually just make it bigger too, because I think it's like maybe I'll add more to the library and push it back a little bit. Because I do like it. Because like I made like I make like overlays for this one that are like Halloween based and Christmas based. That was pretty fun. Let's see, what else do I got? Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, I got this version too. I might update this one. Try and think of a new version of this. Honestly, I might just like clean it up so I can use it because it's a fun idea. Yeah, I'll just clean this up. It was never really, I never end up using this, but I like it as an idea where it's like me. It's like end of the stream kind of thing. But I do like, yeah, this one's. Oops, I'll move it over so you can see it better. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. You got, yeah, you got like this little like shadow cat here that I like, and big dragon head and a little baby dragon and my little fire guys here. A little pixie character up there. Let's see if what else I got, because these are all. And I was using this for a little. Whoops. I was using this for a little. Well, that's not a good version of it. That's a low poly version. See if I can get a better version of that. I think. Let's see. I have like a. I might update this one too, honestly, because this is an old version and I want to get something new. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, this was for my scheduling. I might keep this because I didn't use it very much. And it's a pretty good drawing, I think. So it gets the idea across. So just because all you need to do is just change the date, really, for it. I might change the font, maybe? I don't know. I bought this font like last year, but I think it's okay. Like a little bit more scratchiness to it would be kind of cool, but like maybe I'll draw on top of it to give it a more like hand-drawn kind of quality. But that way it would still be readable. You might. No. Oops. What's that? That's an old one. Oh yeah, I was working on my animatic too. Like I have oops, where'd it go? It's just looking. Oh, here it is. Yeah, like I'm doing like my storyboards for my my origin. Where I was gonna like I'll probably work on this even more on Friday, because I would like to start to actually get this animated, or like, you know, partially animated. I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna fully animate it. For at least not for the first one. Maybe for the second one I'll be faster at that kind of stuff, but even like an animatic would be pretty cool. So yeah. But yeah, a couple things. I mean, it's good that I got them at least to this point, because that means at least I have roughs for a lot of this stuff, so I can kind of like just go through and kind of make something from all this. Save new folder. Oop. You. Gross. Forgot I put that in there. Yeah. But I mean, I gotta... Which one? Oh, this? Yes. No, I'm 100% gonna work on this, I swear. It's my goal for this summer, by the end of this summer, is to finish the animatic, because I got the VTuber done. The next thing is the animatic, because I want to have something to put at this intro to my the intro to my YouTube page, and yeah, I definitely want to make sure I have that. Oh, here he is. This was what I was going to show you earlier that I couldn't find. So it's for this was another one of those Toontastic ones I did. It's based around Castle in the Sky from Studio Ghibli. There's a scene in it where the miner guy is showing off his muscles to the bad guys, because like they're having like they're both like flexing, and like the bad guy like breaks the buttons on his shirt, and then the miner like destroys his shirt. And in that version, the wife is like, I'm not mending that. But I thought it'd be funny to make put my characters in and have Grace just looking over like, Oh, okay. It's like, I'm not arguing with this. So I had fun with it. Such a fun drawing. But yeah, no, I'm gonna do some more work on that because I have another page of it too. Here, I'll show you. For the animatic, I have another page. If I can find it. Wait, is that the one? No, that's the other version. Yeah, I'll get it. Let me see. Character art. Sorry, I'm excited. I'm getting too excited and I lost track of what I was doing for a second. Yeah, here's the second page. And there's going to be another one after this one. Where, so I'll have to copy this again and... Because this is him, he falls into he accidentally steps into the fairy... Yeah, because you can see in the first one, his story is that he is out exploring nature and drawing it. Like he's drawing this little butterfly, and in the background you can even see like the little forest spirit bouncing between trees, and he's just like, he's still busy drawing, and then he looks over and he's like, wait, what? And then he's looking around, and then he's kind of like stumbles into it and then trips and falls into the fairy circle, which then the little guy gets nervous and accidentally, while he's healing him, activates the fairy circle and brings him to the fairy realm. And then he realizes instantly that this forest is very different from his. I haven't drawn it yet, but... And then the little guy hides in his shirt because he's scared. That's what I'm going to try and draw there. And then the last panel is the giant... There's going to be this giant, like, eldritch-looking beast that appears that's, like, just a silhouette. And it's the beast that steals his name. It's this creature that just, like, kind of like Ko, but with faces, but this thing just takes your name and then you're just trapped there. And, like, the longer he, as a human, is trapped in the Feywild, the more he'll mutate into a Fey creature. So that's what I'm going to do in the next panel, is show that. I mean, the next group of the drawings, but that's pretty much the story, the main part of the story so far, is and then it goes on to like talk about how he's on a journey, and like he's documenting every creature he finds because he's trying to learn from them and learn what, and maybe they'll know the name of this creature, and he's helping them out too along the way if he can. So it's kind of like a pilgrimage for him. But yeah. Do not save. Yeah. Oops. Oh, that was working on that page for the art fight. But yeah, let's work on this a little bit more. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna work on that some more. I just want to work on this first, and then I'll get back to work on that, because I just want to make this for like... I like this idea. But it's heavily inspired by a whole bunch of like old fairy tales I've heard in the past. and like just stories about like, I mean, just general tales about fairies that like you don't hear anymore, where like elves were not always cuddly creatures. They used to be like something different. And like D&D, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons goes into talking about that with the Feywild, where like the Seelie and Unseelie courts are a good representation for how like they think. But yeah, and the difference between the two is I mean, neither is necessarily good or, I mean, the Unseelie are definitely evil. Actually, the Seelie are not good, but they're just not. They're mischievous. They're kind of pranksters, essentially. They can be helpful, but they can be dangerous if you disrespect them. But the Unseelie are just dangerous, period. And the Unseelie are pretty much what later on, were adapted into Christianity as demons. So, yeah, they're bad. They would abduct people and do that kind of stuff, and yeah, they're most of the stories about people forcibly being spirited away are Unseelie. Because usually Seelie were more like you chased a pixie and accidentally walked through a fairy ring and you ended up in the Fey realm that way. And then when you came back, either everyone you know, like hundreds of years have passed, or in some stories, people just turned to dust because time caught up with them. So, it's bad all around. But in mine, it gets too complicated if you do everything at once. So mine's the main concern in my story so far is more just like finding his name and defeating this beast. Are his two missions. Because some people were mentioning to me things like, "Oh, he can't if he eats any food in the Fey realm, he's trapped there." And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep that rule in there, or if, I might like think of a way out of it, but like maybe like the fairies bring food from the human realm to feed him in exchange for help, so that he can eventually get out. Something like that, like a pretty basic thing like that, where it's just like just so that he does have a guaranteed way out eventually. But yeah. Another good show with that talks about Feywild is Hilda. I really like that. That was a good one. Such is the life of an adventurer. They're pretty loyal to the comic, honestly. Like in the comic, she good. Yeah, because like some people are like, why does he have a giant arm? And I'm like, well, it's because he kind of like mutated, and that explains more about how he did. So yeah, it's probably good to get that finished so people can understand that more. And some of the new updates on him with like the armor he wears is like things that like other Fae have found for him to help him like stabilize his mutation, so that it slows it down a lot. Like he's got this like bracer on his arm and these medical wraps going up his arm so that it doesn't turn into a dragon arm. Yeah, and he's got like a scar that's actually kind of like a crack in his face from like the like the transformation energy leaking out, and he's got this different eye. He gets all these cool mutations, but he's still nearsighted. There is no justice. Still needs his monocle. Because I figured I could give him glasses, but I thought it'd be more fun to just give him a monocle instead. And this cool pauldron that's like a dragon head. Yeah, fair enough. True. But yeah, he's like documenting all these different creatures and trying to learn everything, and that's why in the VTuber model I have for him, he's gonna have a book floating in front of him. It's pretty cool. So. And I figure like the dragons are big enemies of the unseelie beast that took his name, so that's why they help. And they're like protectors of knowledge too in this version, this world. So they're trying to, they might be able to find some of the information that can help him in exchange for his cooperation. Yeah, I kind of wanted to make him kind of like a Steve Irwin, but in the Feywild kind of thing, or like a more modern version of that, where it's kind of like this guy that's just like trying to be. He's very careful and respectful of the environment, but that he's walking through, but he's also trying to get the heck out of there too. And he constantly runs into bad things too, so he's not quite as chill as Steve. He's kind of more like, this thing looks weird, and then like it grows like 5 heads, and he's like, up, I'm getting out of here. Time to go. But then the notebook is don't disturb. It's like that's something I need to avoid at all costs. Yeah. add some color. It's funny because my one friend who was helping me, it's like, it's funny that your VTuber has regular human ears, because she's like, I'm used to seeing people with like, everyone has elf ears. I'm like, yeah, I figure at least for the first few iterations, the first few versions of him, he'll keep it some of his human form. Maybe later on he might like get different ears, but I figure start out with him looking more human. Can't have him being like just straight out of the box, just pure like elf. That'd be weird. So, well, then what's the point in trying to find your name if you're already that much gone? This tool will save so much time. Oops, that's too bright. There, that's actually better. Yeah, it's better. This is just good for blocking in color, so. Yeah. Do. Give him a little bit. Oops. It's not perfect. But yeah, no, essentially he's looking around in all these different places, and he can. And the Fey realm is a really big place, so like it's like he jumps between different realms, and they all have very different kind of aspects to them. Like, I don't know if he's gonna run into like Oberon or anything like that, but maybe eventually. Most of it's just him bouncing around and finding different Fae from different cultures, like a lot of Scandinavian and early Germanic and um, Celtic, that kind of stuff, and then like some other ones from like other cultures too that are might be either mixed in or just in certain other pocket areas that he walks through. But yeah, it'll be fun coming up with like a narrative for why he finds certain things at certain places, kind of thing. And I was gonna maybe I'll even make that like some shorts or something where it really is kind of like a documentary, where like it's just like me just talking to just narrating it while I draw like each page of his notebook, and kind of like draw the biology of the creatures. That'd be kind of cool. Like almost like a scientific illustration, but for like a fantasy creature. Because I've seen other artists do that, and it's really fun. I saw someone do that for Pokemon, and that was really cool. I forget the name of that artist, but they're really. I think they actually got a job, if not for Pokemon, it was like it might have been through a magazine or something that did Pokemon art or something. I forget, but it was pretty cool. I'm gonna put like a mist in this one too, just because we're going dark really quick because it's gonna be like a eerie kind of setting a little bit. Make the tree leaves a little bit yellower. Yeah. We're gonna just put in a block of color for now, and then I'm gonna make the shapes too. So I have like a base. Kind of take away and I think the other important thing is I don't want it to seem hopeless either. Like I've seen some people who make these VTubers and they're like, oh, they're a lost soul and they have no friends and they're miserable, and it's like, sure, he's in a bad situation, but he's made a lot of friends. Because that's me. I mean, I've already met a lot of really cool people through just streaming, and I kind of want that to be like the voice of my character too, where it's like a new world where he meets these new beings and befriends them and gets strength through that. I fight for my friends. Kingdom Hearts is light. Yeah. Friendship spirit bomb. Sorry, that's too far. No, we're not doing that. That's me impersonating Aaron Hansen doing a Ash Ketchum voice. Blah, that was a tongue twister for some reason. I saw that there's been a lot of really cool pilots recently, and that one for Gameaverse was pretty cool. Oops, I don't want that brush, that's too literal. Oh, we do need to do this too, I forgot. So I better put this in here too. Yeah. Oops. No. Yeah. This is not the right brush. Kind of works, but it's not what I want. There we go. I think it's better. And then we can add a little more blue to it around the face circle. Make like light coming out of this side of the tree where he's coming out of. So that's like... Oops. Forgot the draws. No. There we go. Color those teeth. Hello, welcome. Working on some art for my channel. I'm about to actually this coming Friday I'm going to debut my first fully rigged live 2D model. So I'm making some art for the channel right now. Yeah, I'm working on like a little like I think this will be probably the sign-off screen possibly, but because I have let me see if I get this all like lined up. Yeah, I was showing I'm working on an animatic too for like the character story of my my VTuber character, where he gets like spirited away to this other realm, and this creature steals his name, and he has to find out the name of the creature that stole his name, and he finds out that it's been hurting all these others, spirits and fairy folk. So he makes it his mission to help them out while on his quest for his name. So, yeah, that's his story. I like, and here's like a backdrop I have for him that I'm gonna maybe clean up a little bit more, but I like it a lot. Oh, cool! I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. Glad you could drop by, though. It's good seeing you again. I'm happy that you're interested in art teaching, yeah, pursuing art as a career. That's great. But yeah, it'll be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah. I'm gonna make a thing tonight about a big announcement. Like I'll try and make like a thing on social media, a bunch of different social media to advertise. But in fact, I was gonna work a little bit on that today, but I think I'll work on just a little more and then work on that. Because this was gonna be like my poster for debuting, but it makes more sense. I mean, I guess it could be that too. Because it is this is his new version, so maybe this could be like the poster for his coming soon kind of thing. Because I mean, you see he's got this new armor, so that's a big part of his new character. But usually on my channel, for people who are new, I do art challenges. Like I'm doing Art Fight, so I'm gonna, and I do the monthly art challenges like Toontastic, which this one's gonna be one of my characters in a scene with the lead singer from K-pop Demon Hunters, because my character's a bard, and I thought it'd be so much fun to have them like rocking out together. Like a demon slayer and a bard seemed like a really fun combination. Plus, I love these poses. Both are looking pretty good so far, and I'm excited to work on them some more later. But maybe on Friday. Today I must focus. The tree. Oh, and I also do a comic too that I've been writing and illustrating. So I work on that too. And I think I have some pages here. Yeah, here's one. That's one of the pages that I'm working on right now. Still very rough, obviously. But then I have other pages that are. Let me see if I can find one that are much more rendered. So here, yeah. Like, here's the first page. Bing! She's making her guitar. It's my main character, June Steelsong. She's from a family that's had a long history in being like, her father was pulled into the war that happened when the Unseelie tried to take advantage of weaknesses in the veil between our realm and the fairy realm, and so he helped the Seelie keep them back so that they couldn't just take over. And in return, like the Sealy did come through a little as a like treaty between us. And Richard kind of decided that he didn't really want to be a part of that world as much, so he had him and some friends he made that were powerful sorcerers made this like hidden village where June's been growing up quietly up until this moment in the story where she finds out her mother's in grave danger and might get trapped in the fairy realm, so her and her father are going to go on a quest to try and save her from this like magical storm, essentially. So it's kind of like Dante's Peak, or meets like Lord of the Rings, kind of, where it's like it's a fantasy disaster movie kind of thing. But yeah, because I don't really I have kind of a human type antagonist, but he's kind of a minor key antagonist. He's just this evil scientist who's messing with her, basically distracting her mother so that because he's kind of curious to see what will happen if she gets trapped. So he's kind of like just a deterrent, really, for her just escaping on her own. Because she's been working in this area for a while, so I had to come up with a reason why she's not just like leaving with because she's done in that area. There really shouldn't be a reason for her to be that much in trouble just from something she's been doing for months. So I thought, what if there was this like creepy, unseelie elf that's just messing with her? I'm like, that would do. That would definitely do it. Bum, 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 bum. It's been a bit of a crazy week, but I think I'm finally at a stage where things are starting to calm down. So I'm glad because I didn't want today to be me being in a lousy mood because of how things have been lately. But yeah, I don't want to bring that energy to my stream. Beep, 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 beep. I might even make I'm trying to think. I'll do some kind of like maybe like quick doodle request thing maybe on Friday, maybe is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of how that would. I'll give it a shot. You know what? I know this isn't going to be a huge like blowout party, so I think that as long as it's nothing too like intense in the requests, I should be able to do them. So I think it'd be fun because so many people have been so loyal, and I really want to reward that. It'd just be fun to celebrate. So even if you're new, you know what? I'll still, and you show up. I still don't see a reason why I won't do some quick doodle. I need to get that up and... I'll do that tomorrow if I don't finish that tonight. I probably have to do that tomorrow, but I am gonna make a Discord, and that's where, you know what? That's where we can I'll post the the finished doodles on there, and you can just like take them from there. That way we don't have to do like file transfer, like anything weird. Plus, I really want to see some people's art. I keep having like people come on here that are also artists, and they do give my... I think that links have been exchanged in the past, but I always like seeing other people's drawings, because it's always so inspiring to see how everyone and, like, see what everyone's like inspirations are in general. Me. Yeah, I got... Maybe we'll do something for the 4th too. I'm not sure. I usually don't do it really much, but maybe some kind of special art piece or something to celebrate it would be kind of fun. Yeah, like maybe I'll draw my guy having like a picnic or something with different fairy folk. And like maybe people who come in on the debut can make suggestions for that too. I don't know. We'll think about it. But yeah, something like that. How are we doing on time? Not bad. It's still only about 2 hours. Almost. So I don't want to rush this. But oops. Sorry, I gotta use it. I'll be right back. Getting some water really quick. Sorry. Yeah, my drink with my drink. My cup. Oh, that's right. I know where it is. The last place it should be. On the floor. Yeah. I think I had Let me see something. I'm gonna transfer those ones over actually, because that's probably the best way. I have some emotes, but they're on my portable PC, so I'm gonna transfer them really quick to my main one. So let's just take a second, because I just want to work on them a little bit too, because I said I was going to do some emote work. So at least getting them on here would be good. I do have a new I redeemed like this artist I follow. She did a she has, you can redeem her to draw emotes, and so she made one for a head pat. And I what? Sure, why not? Yeah, I like to talk about like comics and well, some comics, like indie stuff especially, and animation and fantasy and sci-fi, and well, some sci-fi. Like the movie Extinction was pretty cool, and I was inspired by that for my comic a little bit, like the whole like aspect of it where everything's changing in that environment, and it's augmenting the humans, and yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Like that bear that could copy human voices, that was creepy. I think I have emotes on here too, but I don't know where they are. I did start this one, but it's pretty rough. But it's like it's gonna be this illustrate one where he's drawing the page. So this might be like a loading screen. Like, yeah, like he's thinking. Just close that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I just gotta get my things sent and then oops. Software agree and start. Oops. What? Get started. Okay. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. But I hope everyone's having a good week. Mine's been a little not good, but that's okay. They can't all be winners, you know. Let's see, what am I doing? My brain forgot. Oh right, I'm sending this to my other computer. Don't. Oh, here we go. Sorry. That's it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Boop. Letter sent by me to me. Don't throw that. Almost tried this. I'm like, I'm gonna get this out of the way, so I'm gonna throw it across the room. That's a terrible idea. Let's not do that. Okay, sorry. Inbox. Me. Okay. And then we just go new. There we go. There. Just some rough ideas to play around with. Like me pounding on the table, me brain dead, me getting bonked. Bonk. So let's do some of these really quick and then I'll go back. We'll bounce back and forth between them, but I figure just at least start them today and then. Whew, it's getting warm. It's been warm. Is that clear? Or... You know what? I have an idea. Get rid of this. Flatten. There we go. There. Nice. Easy way to solve the source image problem where it would goof up and not do it right. So now I can just draw on top of it with no problem. Calligraphy might be the best one for this, just because it's really small. Oops, no, don't do that. Whew. Move him over. I am really excited though, because it's been like quite a process learning this software, and I mean it's not the most impossible thing. I've seen people that done it faster, but it still was hard. It still was really hard. So. Like I've seen some people that have actually like took a hiatus while they were learning it, but I didn't because I still wanted to draw, and I use my channel kind of to just more than anything just stay accountable to like a schedule. So, and I just love drawing, but it's just a nice way to just like have it be on, guaranteed to be on certain days. Because otherwise I probably would just like doodle like with paint and nothing would get done some days. But when I started saying like, no, I need to have a drawing done at the end of the week, that's when I started to stream. Because I didn't start out with even a PNG tuber. I just did it with live. Like I had you just saw my hand, and I was just painting with my gouache paints and some watercolor. I have a Kiritake Gansai paint set. Those are really nice. And I even originally, I think I have, there still might be a review of them from early on in my channel. I forget. But they're great. Same with I think I also reviewed the Pentel brush pen, because I love that brush pen. Like I used to take that. I need to get back into that. I used to go to like bookstores and like like Barnes and Noble, and just like draw people, like do some life drawings of people and like the setting, and then essentially after that just work on my comic a little bit, or like work on commissions that I was working. Like I had a few friends that were musicians that wanted me to do some art for them. So although I didn't finish, no, I'm kidding. Bum, 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 bum. I'm trying to simplify these shapes as much as possible so that this can be easy to make really small. Don't know if I even want to put that one. I guess I could put some of that there. Just a little bit on the corner of his arm there. Do, 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 do. Peppies. This will be one of the animated ones where it's gonna do a looping animation of him laughing. Laugh with me, laugh with me. Don't say the weenie word. No, no, no. Freakazoid. Oops. Oops. I called to, but I want to do some more work, so I will. Oh man, I did this in the same layer. Oh well. I was gonna copy paste it and then just reflect it, but I'm like, I can't cheat because I did it on the same layer, so I have to draw it again. He's happy. I love what you do. Yeah. Me by Friday. Let's make his head on the table too. He's just like, just pull. Duh. I don't have to do too much of this because I can do this on Friday too, but I did want to do some other stuff that day. So I'll just kind of make this like a quick. Meeny, 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 meeny. Yeah, there we go. Got a few of these done. Let's go back to this really quick. And then oops, not that one. This one. The twee. Boo, 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 biddle, boo, 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 boo. Okay, this is the right color. Sorry, I'm just like focused mode now. I'm like, I gotta make up for that time. It's goofing around. Do like another 12 minutes and we'll call it, but get some more of this done before then. Whoops. Bum, 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 bum. Oops, I want that to be lower opacity. There we go. Oops. Okay. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oops. Too dark. Well, that's not dark enough. Okay. Time to stop playing around with fill tool and get back to work drawing. Then we can call it soon. But oops. No. Whoa, that's lightning. Bum 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 bum. He's coming along nice. He's like in this dark forest setting. "10 minutes. I'll call it because I'm getting kind of tired. Sorry." It's gonna be interesting having like 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 I said, I can't hide my expressions anymore. Like, if I'm tired, you're gonna see it. But I never lie. I'm not the kind of person that if I'm having a quiet stream or something, I'll just let you know. And it's not like I haven't had those before. This sounds like it should be in Last Airbender. Yeah. Better. Hmm. Hmm. I'm sorry. I keep putting things over here, forgetting that like so much of that is obscured. This is probably pretty well. I'm gonna get this last bit of. I'm putting him in the wrong corner again. I'm in my fat head mode. Ah! I'll put some harder borders on this guy, and then we'll call it. How's that sound? Okay, fathead. Time to get you borders. Flip a little bit more so he's looking more out towards the audience. Yeah. Better. Better. It's coming along. Just gotta give it. Too high. Better. Much better. He's happy to see us. That's why he's smiling. He's not supposed to be a nefarious smile. It's more of a hello, happy you're here smile. Maybe even like open his eyes a little bit more, so it's less of a like a oh hey, I just glad you could come in. It's like hello, I didn't see you there. It's not that big. There. I'll clean it up more. But it's coming along. Excuse me. Probably should have spent more time on it Monday, but oh well. I can try and do more work tonight and tomorrow. And maybe just put up a like yeah, this could be like what I put up on like Friday afternoon as like a teaser kind of. Like he's showing off some of his new gear. So I look forward to Friday, and I hope the rest of your week is good. Mine's getting hopefully get better now that things have started to get settled. So I'll be back then, and until then, I hope you sleep well, and yeah,